Welcome everyone to the live stream. I'm really excited to have you all here today. If you love gun history, legendary firearm designs, and understanding how old weapons evolved into the modern systems we see today, then you're in the right place. Today's topic is how guns evolved from old classics to modern firepower. We're going through centuries of firearm development, how designs changed, what innovations shaped history, and how engineers improved the weapons we know today. Before we begin, let me know in the chat where you're watching from and what your favorite firearm in history is. I'll be reading messages throughout the stream, so feel free to jump in anytime. Let's get started. The earliest beginnings, gunpowder and hand cannons. To understand modern guns, we have to go back to the very beginning. The earliest firearms didn't look anything like what we have now. We're talking about simple metal tubes, handheld or mounted, where gunpowder and a projectile were packed in from the front and ignited with a burning stick. These were called hand cannons, and while they were extremely basic, they introduced the revolutionary idea of portable firepower. They were slow, unpredictable, and dangerous for the user, but they marked the birth of gun technology. As time passed, engineers tried to create systems that allowed more control, more safety, and more predictable firing. This led to one of the earliest major breakthroughs, the matchlock. Matchlocks introduced a mechanical trigger system. A burning match cord would be lowered into a flash pan filled with powder, which ignited the main charge. For the first time, a soldier could aim and fire without needing both hands to ignite the weapon manually. Matchlocks were used for centuries. They were slow but reliable for their era. They changed warfare by allowing armies to fire in organized volleys. However, weather was a problem, and soldiers needed something more dependable. The flintlock revolution. Next came the flintlock, one of the most influential firearm mechanisms in history. Instead of a burning match, flint striking steel created sparks, igniting the priming powder. This system dominated for almost 200 years. Flintlocks allowed faster shooting, more reliability, and much better handling. They were used in countless conflicts worldwide, from Europe to the Americas. Famous guns like the Brown Bess musket became legendary. Flintlocks also made pistols more practical, leading to the rise of dueling pistols and naval sidearms. But reloading was still slow, involving multiple steps and precise handling. This brings us to the next giant leap. Percussion cap system. Faster, safer, more reliable. The percussion system replaced sparks with a small metal cap filled with shock-sensitive explosive. When struck, it ignited instantly, even in bad weather. This made firearms far more reliable and allowed troops to fire more consistently. This opened the door to new designs, and with it came one of the biggest milestones in gun development, the age of revolvers, multiple shots without reloading. Samuel Colt transformed firearms by introducing the revolver mechanism. Instead of a single-shot pistol, now shooters had multiple chambers in a rotating cylinder. The idea of pulling the trigger and firing again without going through a long reloading process was revolutionary. Revolvers changed personal defense, policing, and military sidearms forever. They were powerful, compact, and faster than anything before them. But rifles were still slow until the next step. Lever-action rifles. Speed and firepower. Lever-action rifles like the Winchester 1866 and 1873 brought repeating fire to long guns. For the first time, a shooter could fire multiple rounds rapidly with just a quick lever movement. These rifles became symbols of the American frontier. Their speed and accuracy made them invaluable for hunters, settlers, and law enforcement. However, as technology advanced, military forces needed something even stronger and more precise. The bolt-action era. Strength, accuracy, power. Bolt-action rifles marked a turning point in military technology. The Mauser system is considered one of the greatest firearms designs ever created. Bolt actions offered stronger locking lugs, better accuracy, higher pressure cartridges, faster reloading with stripper clips. Weapons like the Mauser 98, Lee Enfield, Mosin Nagant, and Springfield rifles shaped warfare and are still used for hunting and precision shooting today. But armies wanted more firepower. The semi-automatic revolution. Enter semi-automatic firearms. Rifles like the M1 Garand changed everything. Instead of manually cycling each shot, the gun used gas or recoil to load the next round automatically. Soldiers could fire quickly and maintain accuracy, giving them a massive advantage. Semi-automatic pistols also became mainstream, replacing revolvers in many roles. Designs like the Browning 1911 showed how reliable, powerful, and efficient semi-auto handguns could be. This paved the way for the modern era. The birth of modern military rifles. With the 20th century came iconic rifles that shaped the world. The AK-47. Legendary reliability and simplicity. The AR-15 M16 family, lightweight, accurate, modular. The FAL, G3, and other battle rifles, powerful and rugged. The SKS, M14, and other transitional designs. These rifles introduced stamped receivers, detachable magazines, intermediate cartridges, and ergonomics that fit modern combat needs. They became the foundation of modern firearm engineering. Modularity and modern innovations. Today's firearms focus on modularity, customization, weight reduction, and precision. Modern rifles allow users to change barrels, stocks, handguards, optics, triggers, calibers. The concept of a single platform doing multiple jobs is now standard. Materials like polymer, aluminum alloys, and advanced composites made guns lighter, yet stronger. Optics also revolutionized shooting. Red dots, LPVOs, and advanced scopes allow faster target acquisition and better accuracy. Precision rifles today can achieve accuracy once considered impossible. Adjustable stocks, free-float handguards, match-grade barrels, and modern cartridges allow extreme long-range shooting. Platforms like the Ruger Precision Rifle, Accuracy International, and modern chassis systems brought professional-level precision into the civilian and competitive world. Audience interaction, Q&A session. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop your questions in the chat. Which historical firearm is your favorite? Which era do you want me to cover more deeply in another stream? Do you prefer revolvers, bolt actions, or modern semi-automatics? What legendary gun design do you want a full episode about? I'll be reading messages throughout the stream. Reflecting on firearm evolution. The evolution from hand cannons to today's advanced rifles shows human innovation at its finest. Every era solved the problems of the one before it. Every designer stood on the shoulders of the previous generation. Firearms are not just weapons, they are engineering achievements, historical artifacts, and mechanical masterpieces. Understanding their evolution helps us appreciate technological progress. industrial development, historical conflicts, design innovation, and the importance of safety and responsible ownership. Outro. Closing the stream. Thank you all so much for joining today's stream. If you enjoyed this discussion about firearm evolution, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this live stream with other gun history fans. Let me know in the comments what topic you want for the next live stream. Sniper rifles, revolvers, AK versus AR systems, military gun history, or myths and legends. Thanks again for being here. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next live stream.